Looking at the sides and the French captain, it is great to see him back here in Wellington. Terry Bourawa had a lot of problems with injuries, but he's been back. He's in sparkling form, and that is good to see. For Wales, Jevon Groves is captaining the side, the man in the number 12 jersey. And the two coaches, Frederick Pomerel and Gareth Williams. Coaches already in position, teams about to arrive. Willie Losse joins me, and Willie, France's fall from the highs of about 24, 26 hours ago, quite inexplicable. They started so well, now they're facing Wales in a match with some very important points at stake in the series.
Yeah, it really was. They lost their way against America, losing 38-7 in that second game. And really, since then, haven't really got back to the heights that they did. But Vakatawa has been a player that is so exciting. There he is on screen. And the other person to watch on that side, apart from Borohua, who you mentioned, is obviously Julian Candelon, who scored 4 tries here over the weekend.
Yes, Wales were thumped by Fiji first up, beat Portugal, and then lost heavily to Australia. And this morning, though, they were much better. Beat Papua New Guinea, thrashed them 41-0. France involved in a tremendous tussle against Samoa, which they edged in the end, 26-19. So some of the teams who traditionally go well, not faring quite so well. Wide open nature of the sevens game these days.
Come on.
So Ross Jones of the Ospreys Club in South Wales gets things underway here in Wellington. Nicky Griffiths going back, and has made a return to the Welsh side this year. And now Sam Cross returning to Wellington after playing here last year. Wales get the first opportunity. Luke Morgan from the Dragons drives ahead, although France have got in. Dalinia trying to whip the ball away, and he's won a penalty, so now France get possession. Here is Candelon. He's been perhaps their form player along with Bourawa this weekend. And now they get it away to big Virimi Vakatawa, the Fijian, unloads the pass to Gobele. Things opening up here, and look at the big man go. Jean-Baptiste Gobele just dragged down. Great tackle by Nicky Griffiths, who gets in and steals the ball. So that's brilliant work from Nicky Griffiths, the Welsh number 1. And now they'll look to counterpunch from deep inside their territory. Harris off to Groves, the skipper. Pressing forward, Dalinia makes the tackle, but you can see there that Virimi Vakatawa got himself into an offside position. Oh, plenty of movement, but no score early on. As Will Harris dances around looking for an opening. A big dummy, and then the drive ahead from Lloyd Evans. Harris, he's had a good weekend. He's been one of the better better Welsh players.
They've been strict on this all weekend, and it's about supporting your own body weight, not just flopping in. And you can see there from Anthony Moyes, the ruling of the player just coming in and going straight in on the ball, or on the player rather, as opposed to making it a contest for the ball.
So Bourawa kicks long, and that's a very big gain in ground for the little French number 4.
Let's go, White.
Taking play deep inside the 22. That's an excellent kick. They'll take their time. They've got Gobele, the big man. Come on. Tends to be their go-to guy at the line-out. Although this time it's Jonathan Logel who goes up, now dancing around Candelon and through. Well, he's been a threat all weekend. Julien Candelon, man who played a couple of tests for France many years ago, 10 years ago in fact, Still going strong in the sevens game. One of the better players for them this weekend.
Hard to believe he's 34 years young. His 75th career try. And this was special because he got it from the line out where he threw the ball in, and then he just bamboozled the defence of Wales. Lovely fend. And then underneath the sticks.
And you can see him moving up the charts. Their top try scorer, Paul Albaladejo. Haven't seen much of him this weekend. Urawa with the restart, anyone's. And Wales are going to get it eventually through a turnover. No, now with the knee on the ground. Well, that's well done by Logel for France. Got a knee on the ground, which meant it became a tackle, and so they had to release him. Now Vakatawa powering and offloading. Oh, superbly done. Manuel Dalinia, the recipient, but the provider, the big Fijian Virimi Vakatawa.
No, he's been brilliant since he made his debut in Tokyo in Series 13-14. Big and strong, always asks questions of the defence, draws in two defenders, too easy. In the game of sevens, when one player can draw so much attention, you've just got to run great lines, and that's what Dalinia did. Right there on the inside, just stayed inside the flying Fijian. Special.
Vakatawa playing out of La Rochelle on the Atlantic coast. Originally, of course, from Fiji. And you can see that ability to stay strong in the tackle and offload the ball accurately to the supporting player.
Is that all right, guys?
A very good finisher, but he's also a very good provider. We've got a bit of a problem here. In fact, we might have quite a serious problem here. I think Ross Jones, who's an important member of this Wales side, you can see falling awkwardly in the foreground. Not the initial tackle, the second man in, and he doesn't look too good.
Yeah, I think it was Luke Morgan, his own player, Tony, that actually in the process of trying to get a shoulder in on Vakatawa, just hit the ankle. So that's a sorry sight for Ross Jones. Obviously they head from here to Vegas next week.
Time on.
Yes, we don't know whether for Ross Jones, whether it'll be a case of Viva Las Vegas or leaving Las Vegas. Not Wales. Can they find an answer? Two good tries by the French so far. Luke Morgan dumped on the ground.
Advantage.
And
offside.
The referee has advantage. France had crept up offside.
Advantage over.
Harris brings it forward as the advantage comes to an end. Supporting each other. Griffiths takes it to ground on halfway. Harris stayed with him. They've kept some good shape to their attack. France, though, well lined up in defence, and then it was a dipping pass. It wasn't a good pass. It made it tough for Will Harris.
I played advantage, I did, yeah.
And the mistake has been made.
Gotcha.
Gareth Williams looks on the left of your screen, and Jean-Baptiste Gourbelet, he was the one that was penalised for coming out of the line too early, and then he came out of the line again, made a tackle, and that's where the mistake occurred, because I think his big frame just getting in the way of Harris. He's a big unit.
Crouch.
He's the front rower for France.
Bind. Set.
Well, they can be messy things, those three-man scrums, but the ball delivered quickly, and, well, the biggest, most powerful one of the lot, Vakatawa, and he's powering away, and he's going to score. Well, I said before, what a great provider, but he's also a great finisher. Virimi Vakatawa.
Lovely angle. Look at the fend, and then the other fend.
So let's go
and then
away.
Fish
No.
looked like he was out of water because he couldn't stay with Vakatawa. And that's France's third
Time
try.
off. Come on, guys.
Love the way he changed the hands to fend So big and strong.
Yeah, we'll have a
and
restart.
a real asset for France.
Roa from wide out, can't convert, but France well in control, 19-0. It's a pretty awesome sight, isn't it? Virimi Vakatawa. Increasing French connection or Fijian connection, I should say, in French rugby. A number of the clubs in France now have what are, well, euphemistically described as academies in Fiji. Good for developing local talent, not bad for scouting it either. This man went to France at the invitation of Cyril Bombo. He was one of the great French wingers of the last decade. And he is now a key man in their sevens team.
Ils sont morts les gars, alors on lâche rien. Au moins 2 minutes, on lâche rien. Allez, allez, les garçons, vous les connaissez ces Gallois, c'est arrivé trop de fois les gars. Vous êtes maintenant des garçons expérimentés. Vous savez que ça se jouera jusqu'au bout du match. Il y a un score qui est intéressant, mais qui n'est pas encore assez. If we got a bit of focus, at the moment we don't have that about us, boys. And that's something, boys, you've got to look at personally. Get that ball, can we get it to space? We get it to space, can we hit it? Can we take advantage of it? Because we haven't, boys. And that's us jibbing out, jibbing out.
Someone making an ass of themselves in the crowd. There's been a really good atmosphere this weekend. There's been a lot of talk about the numbers, and they're down. No hiding from that, but people I've spoken to saying that fans that are here to enjoy themselves, here to enjoy the rugby, and they've done that, and the atmosphere has improved greatly, I think, as a consequence. There's a big crowd of Fiji supporters away to our right. They'll be a bit disappointed, but they haven't gone home.
Time on.
And plenty of South African fans over on the far side too. But at the moment, the action is between Wales and France, and it's France, all France at the moment. 19-0, they lead Wales. Gareth Williams, the Wales coach, asking questions of his side at half-time. Can they find any answers at all? Well, not that way they won't. Just haven't really got going at any stage this weekend. Wales, have they, Willie?
No, there's no continuity.
Here's the mark, scrum.
They just seem to be passing the ball along the chain. No one really asking questions
Space,
or
guys.
trying anything
You
different.
can't engage before I call set.
And unfortunately,
Okay, space, please.
They've completed more passes, but they trail by 19 on the scoreline.
Crouch.
Well, that says something about the efficiency of their attack. France,
Set.
when they've had attacking opportunities, particularly when they involve Vakatawa, have usually resulted in points. And here he is again, straightening up nicely, powering through the gap, desperately held, but gets a brilliant flick out the back door. And Terry Bilrawa says, "Merci me." Or as they say in Fiji, Vinaka.
This is out of the top draw. This is quality. Look, the change of pace here, the change of hands as well to defend. That pass was not designed for Borohua. It was for Deligne, who had overrun it. And if you're a French player, all you do is just support him on every occasion.
Just hang around. Something will come your way.
Is this one?
It's like the
Actually, no, I think we're right.
French coach Freddie Pomerel handing out some invitations there.
Time off. He's the last one.
Well,
you need.
finally we see Paul Albaladejo,
Okay.
and who's slowly nearing 1,000 points
Time on.
in HSBC Sevens World Series Rugby. France, it's all France. They get it back from the restart. And Julien Candelon pops a nice little offload. Pierre-Gilles Lacafia is on the field. They float it wide. Here he is again. Although the bounce isn't good. Takes about 3 of them to wrap him up. Vakatawa. France still have it. Logel. Candelon. Wide it goes to Gobele. He's a real handful. He's still going. He's 2 hands full. And still, they struggle to stop him. Al Baladejo swings a nice pass away. Lacafia straightening, pops the pass. Vakatawa is in yet again.
Take it right back to the kickoff. We see the finishing touches here from Vakatawa, but it was Gorbele that got up and whacked the ball back to Candelon, and then they retained possession 4 phases, and this is just the end of it. Lacafia doing up Vakatawa.
Yeah, that's 10.
Of taking in 2 defenders and then offloading, untouched. France in for their 4th try.
31-0. Kick to come. And Al Baladejo immediately turns his back on it, didn't like it, but we like what we see from this fellow. So France get themselves organised for the restart. And taken down by Harris. Wales, they just have spluttered and stuttered and really never got any momentum going. Not in this game, pretty much not in any other game except for their win over Portugal yesterday and a rather easy win over Papua New Guinea. They're going to get a try here, are they? As Jason Harris races away. No, denied. Well, France have the game well in control, but showing terrific desperation to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah, Deligne, the man, questioned to chase. And he did just that. Have a look at this, the angle. The pop-off pass off the deck from Griffiths. And you would have thought that Harris was going to score. He had the angle. Just the desperation there by Deligne, bringing him out.
Black, step across.
So Logel goes to the front of the line out for France. And oh, that is a truly horrible throw to the line out. And not much better by way of a pass. And hacked away downfield by France. I don't think that little passage of play is going to make the highlights. And neither will that attempt to hack the ball ahead by the Frenchman, Renaud Delmas. Maybe Wales can restore some order here. Griffiths. France, though, well, easy turnover. And they will score, will they here? Pares, yeah. One of the Welshmen giving chase realised it was going to be to no avail. And Steven Pares scores for France. His first try of the weekend. And he looks pretty happy about it.
And France's 6th. Weird passage of play. There's Deligne again. Stolen it. Lovely angle that Steven Pares had run. And the Welsh were out on their feet. No one gave chase.
Well, there was just no one there supporting at the breakdown. It was a free ball for France. They just helped themselves. Well, it's amazing, that stat, that they've scored the most tries of the weekend, I suppose, really. Mounting up today, day 2. Well, they beat Samoa early on today. They had to work hard for that, but racking the tries up in this match here. Had a good win over Japan yesterday, but it was that defeat to the United States. They were beaten 38-7, albeit a United States team that's played really well, but after you beat South Africa, you've got to keep it going, and they just simply failed to do that on day 1, and it meant
Crouch.
quite narrowly. Wasn't a lot in it. They missed out on the top half of the draw.
Bind.
But they are through
Set.
to the final of the bowl. A good win here over Wales. Who will they play? Well, we'll find out in just a moment. They might just see if they can finish with one last flourish. Delmas, dummying, ducking, weaving, and now sprinting clear. Nice finish. Vive la France. Well, in this game anyway, big win over Wales.
Comprehensive victory. 7 tries, 43-0 kick to come. And this pretty much wraps up
Let's go.
Wales' weekend. Missing tackles, miscommunication, and you can see the look of disgust of the 3 players that were just left in his wake.
Yeah, it's a horrible weekend for the Welsh. They'll hope for better things in Las Vegas. France, well, that rather exaggerated wind-up for the kick from Albaladejo. No result for him, but a good result for France as they go through to the final of the bowl, thumping Wales 43-0.